It's Anya here from the blog OurGabledHome.com, and in this extra little video I am going to show you how you can make this 3D sourdough Easter bunny cake just in time for Easter. It is absolutely cute, and with the addition of sourdough it is actually a little bit healthier and it gives it that nice deeper flavor that we all love so much about sourdough. If you've been following me for a while and you're wondering, but wait a minute, it's not Tuesday morning, how come she is publishing a video on another day? Yes, I am adding an extra video this week just so that you can make this. What you will need to make this cake, obviously, because as I said, it is a 3D cake, you will need a cake mold just like this. This one is a vintage one. I probably got it in Germany in the 1990s where I grew up, and I've had it ever since. I don't know if they make these anymore, if you can get them in this country, but I have, last time I checked, I've seen some on eBay and on Etsy, so if you're lucky you can find one there. And there are some other ones, some newer ones that look a little bit different than these, but essentially the same concept, and I will leave some links in the box below this video where you can find these if you would like to make a 3D cake just like that. If you don't have a mold like this and you're not going to get one, you can't find one, don't worry, you can still make this cake. For example, in just a regular dish like this, there's enough dough actually to make more than one. This is a very generous recipe, so it would fill this or any other cake mold that you have. I'm going to have extra batter for this bunny that I'm making here. Here are the ingredients we need. We need about half a cup of butter and a little bit of extra to grease out the mold. And we need 2/3 a cup of sugar. We need some vanilla sugar. If you don't have that, you can also use vanilla extract. A pinch of salt. We need 3 eggs at room temperature. Also, the butter needs to be soft. We need 1.25 cups of flour. These are my German descriptions here for my flour and my sugar. And we need 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. So let's go ahead and make this. First we'll put the butter in a medium bowl, and just for this video it's a little bit easier for me if I show you with my hand mixer. And right away I'm adding the 2/3 cup of sugar. And we'll beat this until it's super creamy and fluffy. This might take a few minutes, but we'll go ahead slow. Very creamy. Here are your butter and sugar. Now we add a pinch of salt and a teaspoon of vanilla sugar. You can see these little black specks in there. And I'm right away adding 1 egg at a time, and in between we'll mix this for another 30 seconds. Add my next egg. And again, mix this for about 30 seconds. And the last egg. And again, at the highest setting, mixing it for another 30 seconds. So this is what it looks like, super fluffy and well incorporated. We'll add some lemon zest. I would say about a teaspoon, but that also really depends on your preference. And our half cup sourdough. This sourdough is really nice and active. You can see the bubbles and it sounds very hollow when you tap it on the bottom. That's exactly how we want it. We'll give this a quick mix. And now we'll add a cup and a quarter of flour. And 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. And we'll just simply mix this to incorporate it, not on a high setting. So here's your cake batter. So you can leave this out for as long as you like. You could bake it right away and then you just get the sourdough flavor. If you want it properly fermented for a longer time, you can simply cover it. I always like my beeswax wraps and leave it sitting for anywhere up to 8 hours, or if you're doing this at night and want to bake in the morning, you can also do that. So we'll set this aside. In the meantime, or whenever you're ready to bake, we'll grease our cake mold, and this is probably the most important step here of making a 3D cake. I must have lost the original ones here at some point. And I have some extra butter I'm putting in here. And you can take your fingers and spread the butter around. And this is really important that you take your time to make sure you get every little area here, because otherwise the cake might stick and then it won't look so pretty. It's always good to kind of check a little bit again and again to make sure you get really all the surface area here. My second one. It's nice to do this with room temperature soft butter. Now that we've done that, we need to dust it with some extra flour. It doesn't have to be a whole lot. You just move the flour around here. Here you have it, buttered and floured. And we'll do the other side. Here are my two buttered and floured sides. We'll set the oven to 350 degrees. And when you're ready to bake your cake, what I like to do is start with the head to make sure that I get all the nose part and the ear part here. And then I close the mold. There's these little indentations here that make sure that it is set correctly. And now you can turn it upside down and fill it from here. I'm not going to fill it any more than this because the cake will rise, and then you're just going to lose all the cake batter in your oven. So we'll set this over here, and then you can decide if you want to bake the rest of the cake batter in a muffin pan, or if you have another smaller cake pan that you can use, or you wait until this is done and make another Easter bunny. So there's a lot of different options you can do. So I filled these little heart-shaped cake pans, and when you're ready to bake, here is the cake in the cake mold. I like to prop it up. If you get a newer one, it usually comes with a stand. This one doesn't, so I'm going to use two bigger loaf pans. And you can also see that I have a silicone liner there. If it spills over, it's not going to be all over my oven. And I simply put this here, and this one at an angle. And then I put that one right here so it doesn't spill. And I got my two little cakes here. And we'll bake it for 45-ish minutes. Every oven is different, so It's always good to check it and do the toothpick test. Well, I'll show you how to do that, but we'll just bake it for 45 minutes here to begin with. I hope that the oven fan is not too loud, but I just pulled this one out and I wanted to show you the toothpick test. If you insert a wooden toothpick and it comes out clean, then your cake is done. So I'm going to pull the bunny cake out as well. And here's your bunny cake. We'll let it sit and cool off for 10 minutes, but you can see how it actually did come a little bit out of it. And we'll just let this sit, and then I'll show you how we open it after 10 minutes. It is still pretty warm, but we're going to go ahead and take this out of the mold. Let's get these little clamps off. Always an exciting moment to see if this comes out just the way we wanted it. It's especially exciting since I'm on camera here and there's no hiding. All right. We'll go in here with a knife. Here's your bunny. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this one back on so I can get a clean cut and most of all a straight cut so that the bunny sits level. Soft. Open it up and yay! Here's your little sourdough 3D Easter bunny cake. It came out perfect, and here I'm going to show you one more time. This one I didn't grease and flour, but here where I put the butter and the flour, this is perfect, and especially details like the eye and the nose right here, they're all in the bunny because I took the time to make sure it's all covered really nicely in butter. And what you can do now is you can either just leave it as it is. You could clean up these little edges a little bit more. You can also sprinkle it with powdered sugar to make it look really cute, or with your favorite icing, whatever that is. Sometimes you can either get these Easter pastel sprinkles. And here's your little Easter bunny cake. So here is your finished sourdough 3D Easter bunny cake. It is absolutely delicious. It looks really cute and pretty on your Easter table. And if you enjoyed this video, I always love it if you give me a like, and especially if you're new on my channel, it means the world to me if you hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so you never miss another video. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video.